So, last assignment after chapter 11 is share your art. I wanted to talk about this. Cannot overestimate what it does to us when we share. So I'm going to talk, hopefully briefly, about why it's good for us to share, what challenges are we meeting, and how to treat these challenges. And you see my setup changed. I brought everything, whatever I had, to make it really rich and vivid, colorful background for you, colorful environment. So why sharing? Aren't we supposed to go within and kind of have some realizations about ourselves? What are we? Are we supposed to brag about how much we accomplished? Is it good to share? Imagine this. Forget that you are an artist, which I hope you started to feel if you're a beginner and if it's your first course. So forget about that. Imagine you decided to become a chef. And you really are not actually planning to open a restaurant. You just want to learn some new recipes. Maybe you decided to become a vegan. And so you're exploring this whole new rich cuisine. Well, can you imagine you are cooking and throwing it in the garbage without sharing with anyone? Right? Makes no sense. But however, with all sorts of art, writing, painting, we feel that if we share and say, oh, look what I did, that's kind of bragging on one hand. On another hand, it's really scary, really, really scary. There are so many expectations society has on us. How are we supposed to be? How are we supposed to believe? What's good, what's bad? How should we fit somebody else's expectations of us? And that constant judgment, we ourselves are constantly judging, and other people are constantly judging us. And it's not always very supportive. So we try to find the field or area where we can be just us, and we don't have to invite a whole bunch of people and share with them whatever we are going through. And at some point during your journey, that is the right approach. When you are maybe healing, maybe you are discovering something new. However, every time you share, that same energy that you experienced during the experience that you are sharing will expand and will remind you and refresh again and again the same experience. So be brave. Really, really try to be brave with sharing. If you look even at this group, if you look how easily people were ready to share all exercises that are about line. No expectations. Any line is good, right? But then the further we go, the more people share one-on-one with me. And I absolutely cherish, and it's really special that I have such incredible connections. But I also want to encourage every one of you to share with your friends and your family what you are about. And another thing is, being an artist is kind of cool in a way that you can totally allow yourself to be whatever you want, crazy. Remember how Salvador Dali said that he doesn't need drugs because he is drugs, right? We as artists can show up being dressed any way we want because we feel like it. We can change the room that we are in according to our latest idea. Artists are allowed by the society a lot more freedom. So when you step into that space, I am an artist. I am expressing what I want to express. I am sharing because someone might enjoy it as much as I do. Or someone might get inspired and also start doing something. So how do we overcome that fear? There are several types of fears about sharing. First of all, am I good enough? Like, what special thing am I doing? These are just like scribbles. Who cares about my scribbles? Well, I have a news for everyone, and I had that news for myself too. There are tons of landscapes, still lifes, portraits. I don't know how many flowers were painted, or sky that's just the sky of photographs taking. It's not about that. The whole thing is about you and people who are listening and interested in you. And you think sometimes that there are no people interested in what your scribbles or whatever you were thinking at that time. That's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Why? Because we love, as human beings, we love stories. We love to know what we are all doing, right? Look at Facebook. And we love to share. So the feeling comes up, it's not special. Complete with it. Complete with it. Tell yourself, so what? It's not special, so what? Who said that I'm supposed to share everything what I share is supposed to be super special? Why is it so good? Right? So what? The next one is, my skill is not good yet. I will start sharing when my skill is outstanding. Valid, I absolutely can relate to that. If you are sincerely working on, let's say, figure drawings, and right now you feel that you need to take more sessions to express the way you want it to be shown or expressed, absolutely. Then write several words about your experience of learning a brand new skill, of feeling that space of an artist who can share the dishes that he or she cooks. Share that. But complete always with the idea that someday some great painting that you create that is worth to be in some big museum is the one you're going to share. Because you also get a whole bunch of feedback of people. And sometimes people are super nice just because they love us. They love us, they support us. And sometimes they are not that nice. And it's valuable too, right? Especially for those who want to become professional artists and make money selling art. That kind of feedback, not that you need to adjust your art, but you definitely have to adjust your audience. Okay, that's a different story. But how would you know which audience is yours if you are not sharing? And another thing is, what if I am so and so, and some certain things are expected of me? I am maybe your profession, in your profession you're supposed to be a certain way, and this is kind of like, I don't know, all of a sudden I went crazy and I am doing this and this. Well, guess what? In what I have seen so far, that only makes you more interesting. That only makes people, it makes it easier to connect with you. It also helps you identify among all people that surround you, who are those who are thinking like that? Who are those who want to see some side of you that they did not know before? And these kind of revelations are pretty awesome too. So what I want you to do, sorry for this long video, it is long, and I'm most likely going to talk about sharing again. Please share your art here, and maybe a couple of words. It can be a painting, one of the paintings you did, with several words about it, and then share it with your friends. You don't have to be, if it's too much for you to go on Facebook and make it public, don't. Just email, send it through Messenger. If you are not afraid to go public, tag me. Let my friends see your art as well. I will be very happy. And remember, we have the group, Art Completes You, not the course, just the group where I share some of my art and some ideas for paintings. You can share there as well. Everyone is extremely friendly, so you kind of can build your sharing muscle. So I hope I convinced you, and the comments to this post, they have to be your art with a couple of lines, and the second step is sharing it with your friends and family. Okay? Thank you.